this pace car scoots itself onto pit road. 1 hour of racing getting set to go green. We're up and away here at Daytona. Insurance in case of a bump and run. Checkered flag. Ted Parker White will win here at USA. He won the race. Oh, here we go. Oh, Miller gets hooked. I can't believe it. This is crazy. The full line. Here we go. The full line for the lead.
To the lead into one.
All starting to shuffle towards the back. We're going to go 3 wide here to 3.
No, they won to the wall. The 10-11 again. And again, Grindle has checked himself out to a 1.5 second lead.
He's coming. Here comes Six. Here comes on the bottom. And through the triangle they go. And after winning the dirt late model race last night, Carson Poindexter wins 2 in a row at Talladega.
This live stream is presented to you by Maxspeedtv. All live streaming content that is presented in this telecast is owned by Maxspeedtv, Rudy Cummings, and the entire crew of MSTV. This may not be rebroadcasted, retransmitted, and retelevised without written consent. Please enjoy today's broadcast. ACOG iRacing Silver Truck Series will take the green flag here just momentarily. For tonight, race number 3 out of 15 will take the green flag at the Michigan International Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in here for tonight's event. My name is Ikura. It's going to be your only commentator here for tonight due to the fact that AJ Bain is in Canada. And obviously with them with that internet problem and stuff like that, yeah, it's not going well. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, but we'll go ahead and travel along here just by myself for this one. So, oh boy, here at Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. Oh no. I mean, oh no, but oh yeah, but I'm kind of I don't know how that's gonna go. Ryan Kame leading points and coming here for tonight. Malachi Drake lost the points lead the last week at Nashville after that late race pit call to Brody Gardner to try to go ahead and contrast him, but it just didn't work out. So Malachi follows through second into the hands of Ryan Kame, who's going to be leading this thing all the way. So Joe Berge is not here. I don't think Gentry is here either. So a fair amount of drivers inside of this top 10 are not here. A bunch of and that means a bunch of drivers outside of this top 10 are going to try to take advantage of that and hop on the prize here and work themselves into this this top 12 for this battle for the chase. I mean, we're only 3 races in here for tonight, but another race means a lot of points on the line, so we'll just have to see on how this will all turn out. And there's definitely way more people here tonight than there was at Nashville, so a lot of points to be handed out here for all these drivers out on the racetrack. As of right now, I do see at least 18, 19, 20. That's 24 drivers currently registered in this session as of right now, but we're getting more as we progress on in. So it's trucks here at Michigan. I'm very, very excited to see on how this will all turn out, especially with these drivers roaming around the racetrack right now. Currently, at the moment, we are... Ooh, Klein. Uh-oh, that's not good. That's Matthew Klein and Miles Nelson, who's returning from his one race suspension. Or 1 week suspension here for tonight. Number 35, Hunter Johnson, he's here and present for tonight. Cal Gomes, number 14, did not have a good showing at Nashville. He's here as well. 7 of Lewis Galvin, who wrecked out early at Nashville. He's looking to get a strong run here tonight. So, all these drivers are ready to go ahead and duke it down here at the Michigan International Speedway, and I'm very, very excited to see on how this will all go, especially, I mean, not a big field, honestly, which is great, because that means it'll definitely translate into some longer runs toward the future, so I do expect a fair amount of runs to be played out here, but we'll just have to see once we do take that green flag. Checkered flag is out for the practice session, and we're going to pursue ourselves to the side. Play us the national anthem. Rise out, remove your hats as we salute our nation's colors. And we are back here for the ACOG iRacing Silver Truck Series here tonight at the Michigan International Speedway. Getting set to go green here just momentarily. Drivers taking their fastest two out of fastest 2 laps out of their fastest 2 laps around here. They're at this 2.0 mile racetrack. Third race of the season out of 15 races. Here's your current point standings as of right now. It's Ryan Kane, Malachi Drake, Joe Berge, Cal Gomes, Landon Gentry, all inside this top 5. So, again, there's a fair amount of names who are not here. I'll go ahead and asterisk them real quick to sort of show you on who's not here as I look at this little leaderboard. There's one of them, that's Joe Berge. He's not present. I don't think Justin is present either. Kilo is not present. So, all these drivers, Mason Sweet not here, all these drivers are going to have a chance to go ahead and stab at that points, that top 10 in points. So we'll just have to see if they could take advantage of that and pull themselves inside that top 10 and maybe secure themselves a nice chase spot. And because this thing doesn't go by, you don't lock in by wins. We'll just have to see on how it'll all go by the end of it once we do take the checkered flag by the end of it. In the midst of all that, here. Qualifying up and away as right now. Drivers, again, take their fastest 2. We'll be watching them as they whip around this 2-mile racetrack. This is Benjamin White working himself to 3 and 4. Benjamin works himself into first, actually. I wasn't really paying attention to that lap, but it looks like Benjamin's going to take the pole here over that 35 of Hunter Johnson. So congrats to him. And Hunter currently on pit road as right now. I think he's the only driver out here on the racetrack. So congratulations to Benjamin White for winning the pole. And we'll have to see on how this will all turn out, because by the looks of it, nobody else will be able to log in a time for this one, as Like half the field will go ahead and qualify themselves out on the racetrack. A couple of drivers who are not here. I mean, by means of not here in the session. Chad Stearns looks like one of our rookies here for tonight. They are not. They didn't even hop into the session, but we'll have to see if they do. In the midst of all that, yeah, it looks like warm up and away. So, by the looks of the track conditions, a bunch of people have been talking about track conditions, and, I mean, there's a fair amount of rubber already built in, so I think we won't see, you know, the tire dragging work itself around the track. In terms of grip around the racetrack, I think we're pretty fine, so should be okay. All these drivers are now working themselves through the racetrack. So, but it looks like looks like 3 drivers in the session. So this will be like 24 truck field to get ourselves set here at Michigan. Woody's in a proximity machine. That's kind of crazy because I would not, in my whole entire lifetime, would have thought that Woody would have joined a proximity. So here's that 17. We'll have to see if his debut with that Prox truck and how it goes, if it goes well or what. But this is definitely something you're gonna see. Bunch of pack racing, and you know, this draft is going to play a huge factor into seeing on how these drivers will attack this racetrack. Of course, trading paints, loading in. I need to load a few paint schemes. See here, 82 Warman. Most of the time you'll see the drivers hug that second lane. That's pretty typical around here at Michigan, so should be fun to see on who will take advantage and get themselves a nice finishing spot. Johnny in the number 4, I'm excited to see him on the racetrack, so that should be a lot of fun to see on how he does. There's a perfect move right there. That 104 pulling out into the corner. That's Adrian Beasley. This is, looks like Granada. He just ran him over. But, boy, man, they look tight. Oh, and there goes a 10. Matthew McDonald. Hard in the wall goes the 7. Galvin's here as well. There goes Granada. Just about clips the 01 of Sawyer St. Clair. I think those two are teammates, actually. 16 of Matthew Klein's in a different paint scheme. Oh, Chad Stearns did connect, so all of the drivers have at least connected once. So it seems as though we will have another rookie. Beasley, another rookie in that 104. I'm excited to see on how things will go for him this 104 of Adrian. Actually, I think he's on chat tonight, so hello, Adrian. We wish you well and good luck. See Chad Stearns here in this number 133. He works himself on the track currently. No. 12 seconds of warm-up remaining, but he joined in time. We'll get a race. Harry Grindle in the number 70 did get a power surge. So unfortunately, Harry is going to have to start from pit road, and he might go a fair amount of laps down. So he's probably not going to be in contention due to that. So that's kind of unfortunate. We have to see him out on the track though, and maybe run with these leaders laps down. But hopefully, it doesn't play too much of a factor. Checkered flag is out for this warm-up session. A little happy hour right there as we get set here for the ACOG iRacing Silver Truck Series. Round number 3 out of 15. Going to take the green here live at Michigan International Speedway. Thank you all for tuning in here for tonight. Again, I want to go ahead and thank all our sponsors, of course, ACOG for hopping on board to go ahead and present here for tonight, and as well as Maxspeedtv to go ahead and cooperate and broadcast this event here for this one. All right, we'll go ahead and pull up the starting grid here in the bottom of your screen. Congratulations to Benjamin A. White in that number 1. He's going to be starting front row alongside the number 35 of Hunter O. Johnson. Row number 2, it's going to be Daniel Caprio and that 150. Wrecked last time in his first start. We'll see if he can finish this one on his feet. Sir St. Clair in the 01 right alongside of him. Row number 3 is going to be Malachi Drake and Cal Gomes in the number 14, going to be right alongside of him. Row number 4 going to be Thomas Lloyd, Paul Granada. And rounding out this final row, Ryan Cayman and Miles Nelson. Miles, a big name here coming for tonight. He missed last week because of a suspension. So one of our full-time drivers back on the racetrack. He needs to gain as much points as he can. The rest of the order is going to be shown on your screen. If I had a favorite driver, hopefully they'll win here for tonight. We'll have to see on where everybody else will shuffle themselves in. Connor Brandon will not be one of our contenders, unfortunately, because he is suspended. Harry Grindle, again, we talked about his power surge issue. He is not in the session as of right now. Frank DeAngelis in the number 69. He is not connected in the session. So a total of just about 26 drivers. That's not bad. Should be a fun one to get ourselves going here at the Michigan International Speedway. Of course, this track car combination is just so fun. Bunch of pack racing, but hopefully they keep it clean. Keeping it clean is going to be, of course, something everybody's going to have to keep note of. So, got to keep it clean, and hopefully everybody will pull themselves to the checkered flag as you get set through 3 and 4. Number 1 machine of Benjamin A. White, 35 of Hunter Johnson. Both these top 2 are teammates. They're going to be leading this thing coming to the green. Glad you can tune us in here live on Maxspeedtv. 50 laps of racing, 100 miles on the book to get set to go green. We're up and away here at Michigan. Oh my goodness, you saw how many trucks were sideways right up off the corner. Oh my gosh, somehow everybody keeps it straight, but that's the thing about cold tires here around this racetrack. But this is a perk of, oh, Benjamin just got turned right into the 27. Oh, we're gonna pile up, and there we go. Multiple trucks sliding left and right. And we bring ourselves under the first caution as Benjamin got turned in that number 1 machine. And look at the trucks involved. Caution comes out. And that is not the way Benjamin, nor this whole entire field, wanted to start this whole entire event. But looks like Caprio, yeah, just got into the right rear of Benjamin. And Sertage, luckily netcodes through Benjamin. But look at these drivers involved. Looks like Benjamin got loose, tried to correct it, but that 150 was on the gas. But man, it's lap 1. It's lap 1. And already, lots of damage being... Oh, see the 21 Thomas sort of squeak around. But there are a lot of people with heavy damage. Benjamin's destroyed. He might have, you know, done what... Yep, here comes Benjamin. Showing his obvious displeasure with that 150. My, oh my. That's... I could say whatever about that, but... Obviously, Benjamin is very upset at Caprio, and the whole field has to be upset at that 150 as well. How many times has Benjamin wrecked somebody under, you know, this iRacing service? Beasley has a meatball flag. Matthew McDonald has a meatball flag. Colton Zimmer's done for. Thomas Lloyd is done for. Warman is done for. Man, there was a bunch of people piled into that. All those people who snuck themselves by, I mean, they have a shot to go. I mean, they got through that first big wreck, and now in result, I'm not surprised we have, like, you know, big wreck on lap number 1. But man, that sucks to see. So many people, so many contenders already taken out of this. 5 trucks officially DNF'd. Warman, White, McDonald, Lloyd, Zimmer, all out of it. Caprio in the 150 is given an EOL for his... you know, for causing the incident, for being the culprit of that. I was trying to find the words for that. Oops. Oh boy. And there was a lot of guys involved in that. Here we go. Getting set to go green. And we're up and away. Not a lot of trucks left after that big wreck. But boy, did it take out some contenders. Have to see on how these next laps will fare out for the rest of these drivers on the racetrack. For the lead, down to the low side goes Granada under Malachi Drake. Drake nearly won the Nashville race. Fortunately came up short. And you see the blocking there as the 03 of Granada sort of washes up the racetrack. Big blocking right in the background. It's gonna cause a wreck! And around goes Sertage right into Jack Sprague. I am not sure what Sertage was doing. But we go under caution yet again. That was all kind of happening toward the rear. Well, I mean, Sertage paid the price of blocking. I don't know why Sertage was blocking like that. I mean, blocked Woody, who had an obvious run. Woody ended up turning up right into Sprague, nowhere to go. Sprague was kind of victim of circumstances there, so Sertage is done. And I don't know why these people are, you know, blocking before lap number 10. Sertage just paid a big price of, you know. And I'm pretty sure Woody was really displeased about that, but he took out Sprague in the process. Some people faking in, some people are gonna stay out. Most of these drivers gonna stay out. It's still gonna be a one-stop race regardless, but some of these drivers gonna decide to top off on fuel. Galvin's back on in, Woody's on in. Easily looked like got a black flag. Looks like might have passing under yellow there. But now we're down to 16 drivers on the lead lap. We've taken out at least more than half the field before lap number 10. That's a crazy statistic. So for Harry Grindle in this number 70, he gets himself back in the racetrack. He's going to work himself into 16th place easily. Been a race of attrition right off the bat. Multiple drivers already laps down. All right, here we go. Now 16 drivers, all on the lead lap. Adrian Beasley in the 104 Currently the only truck 1 lap down. Sabotage on pit road after that big incident with Woody. He paid the price to throw on that block. Still trying to get as much damage repaired as he can, but here we go. Pace car on in, and we will lead the thing to the charge as the 03 of Paul Granada gonna lead this thing to the green.
Green, green, green.
Came to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's trying to get third away from the 90 of Malachi Drake. That's also the 00 of Miles Nelson in the process. Here comes Hunter Johnson there as well. But you see the big block there by Granada. He works himself bottom at the top, keeping that 01 in his mirror. Now gonna have a head full of steam is gonna be the 90 of Malachi Drake. He's gonna have a run on the high side, but boy, they're throwing some big blocks as Granada wants to keep this one. We're gonna head into 1 though. Michigan Racing at its finest here with his truck as a bit of contact there with Miles as he comes down on the 3. Luckily they keep it straight. I'm surprised Miles kept it straight. I'll allow the 90 and Malachi to take advantage. Miles will slide in line for 4th spot. Now we're gonna drag in a rookie. That 133, a Chad Stearns into the picture. DeJohnny to the low side of that number 3, a Kame. We'll see if it works for DeJohnny there on the low side. Really wheeling it down there. Has no help. Has to go all the way back to Hunter Johnson. But DeJohnny's going to follow in line up at the high side. But up front, though. Top 3 on the bottom. Going to arc it into turn number 1. And here comes that 01 of Sawyer. Going to look to the high side. Opens up the door for the 00 of Miles Nelson, who's on the apron. Going to get bit loose. Washes up the racetrack. Now going to open up the door for the 90 of Malachi Drake. Oh, there was nearly contact there with those two as Miles threw one heck of a slider on the 90. But boy, that 03 of Paul Granada really wants to retain this lead. He's blocking for that one. And he slips up the corner. Now to the inside goes Miles. And they're going to take it on the high side for the lead. That 01 goes. Miles looking to maybe make it 3 wide. Boy, you see how low that 03 of Granada got. Malachi decided to check up and slam the brakes just to prevent from anything from happening there. Both of those drivers keep off of each other, but up front, it is a dogfight as Granada is playing Dale Jr. right now to keep himself in this one for the time being. But now they're stacking up side by side right behind. Bit of leeway and leverage here for this 03 to block both lanes. Of course, see the run coming from both bottom and top. He's going to go to the bottom now, probably work himself to the top into 1 and 2, but pack racing with this truck is provided here at the Michigan International Speedway. It's a shame that these drivers, it's a shame that the truck series do not race here anymore. I think they stopped back in 2018, but here comes Malachi to the bottom of Sawyer. But boy, man, Paul has been pulling big blocks. I'm surprised he's able to retain the lead, but boy, he has an aggressive driver. That 00 Miles Nelson right behind. What will Miles do? We'll just have to see as the ticking time bomb up front, side by side for 3rd. This is the 01 of Sawyer up on the high side. He has a bit of help there from the 84 of David Bachman. Haven't talked about him all day as Granada's gonna get sideways. Here comes the 00. He's gonna work himself to the high side, or at least try to, but that 03 is shutting doors like no tomorrow. 00 of Miles Nelson playing villain and trying to rob that 03 from the lead. But boy, that 03 has a lot of security. Hence why he has a lot of doors to go ahead and shut. Miles down to the low side. Big block there. And he can only do so much as Miles is going to watch himself off the racetrack. But boy, it stalled both of them. And here comes the 01 of Sawyer to take in charge of that top spot. Somehow, Miles still retains the lead. But man, here comes a big push from David Bachman to that 01. How will the 01 pull himself into that front spot with this help from that 84 of David Bachman. Bachman's actually going to cross over Miles Nelson. He's going to go to the long side of the racetrack, but unfortunately has no help in the meantime of that. And you see all those drivers just lined up nose to tail right behind. Just, I'd say, waiting in the wings if something has to happen with these top 5. Currently your top 5 as of right now. Boy, man, Bachman really sailed into the corner. He's looking low of that 00 of Miles Nelson. All these drivers currently nose to tail as of right now, as for the lead, Granada is going to shove it into the corner, but boy, I think he's going to get tight right off. Going to allow that 01 of Sawyer to take it right up off the corner, and we'll have to see on what he can do for this top spot. Doesn't have the help to maybe make it side by side into turn number 1, but it's definitely going to be there to make it happen. He looks up high. Oh, he got the nose in there that time, but unfortunately for that 03, fortunately for that 03, Granada really shoved it into the corner just to clear that 01 before they entered the corner. So, a lot of defensive maneuvers being played by Granada for right now, but boy, you could only block so much. I mean, we saw it with Woody there before lap number 10. Sertaj and Woody went hand in hand at each other, and they made contact on the front straightaway and took Richard Sprague Jr. in the process, which is kind of... not kind of, but really unfortunate there. Top 6 all on the line. Here comes the 01. Looks high, looks low. Contact gets made. Miles is out. Not Miles, but Sawyer gets sideways. Miles is going to take advantage of that. He swings up on the high side. Now he has a help from the 84, but here comes Miles Nelson. Now to the bottom side of the racetrack. And does he have the help, though? Looks like the 84 is going to take it 3 wide. Oh, man. Great racing up front as they are just about 3 wide for the top spot. And to the inside goes Miles Nelson, looking to make... Oh my goodness. Boy, that 84 is getting pinched right off, but the 00 is getting pinched harder. And they all bunch right back up together. They are looking 3-4 wide on the front stretch. And somehow, still in the lead is Paul Granada. But now, not anymore, as for this top spot. Here comes the 00 Miles Nelson. Also have company here in the third lane. It's the 90 of Malachi Drake as he tries to take up high. Cars in the wall and such. Granada. Oh, and around goes Chad Stern. One of the rookies goes around. Everybody narrowly avoids that. As Chad got turned sideways into turn number 3, we go under caution for the 3rd time tonight. Before lap number 20, they started to stack up, but something had to give, and unfortunately, it was the rookie to pay price off of that wreck. The 133 at Chad Stern goes around. Oh, looks like Dejani might have gotten into the quarter panel of Chad Stearns. Take a look at it again. It's like Dejani was just trying to follow through with Chad. I mean, luckily, you know, all Chad did was just spin. But Dejani trying to slide it back in line, probably get that draft, but unfortunately it just didn't work. Caution's out. We'll see if the 03 is going to keep this one, because pit stops are definitely going to be interesting to see on how this will all go. So pit stops are open. The pit road is full of drivers and 4 tires and fuel and people over the wall and all sorts of shenanigans and stuff, and they're side by side here for this top spot as contact gets made with the 00 and this 03. That 03 has to come to a stop to get to his stall, but Miles has to get in first. He overshoots his pit stall. Oh my goodness, a lot of pit road shenanigans being played here as the top 2 make a bit of contact, and that might lose them not only this top spot, but boy, you see that 90 of Malachi. Oh my goodness, he had to back up at least 5 stalls to get to his stall, but man, a bunch of pit road mistakes might cost us 03. Never mind, it does not. It keeps him that top spot, but man, we'll just have to see on how this will all go, because boy, there are going to be some drivers getting some EOLs and definitely going to be losing a lot of spots off of all of that due to the fact that there was just so much pit road contact. So, Granada's going to be able to retain this top spot, which is kind of crazy. Not often we see Paul Granada lead laps. But, I mean, happy to say so. He's doing so right now, so. Dejani, unfortunately, going to get an EOL for causing that incident. But... Alright, here we go. Try it again. Only 14 trucks on this lead lap. We've yet to cross halfway. I mean, looks like, I don't think it's going to matter for pit road in terms of... fuel. But tire is definitely going to be a factor. So, we'll just have to see and we'll come out where. So we end this race as pace car, gonna work itself on a pit road, and we will swing this green flag yet again.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag! Up and away as they work themselves through the gears. And you see the spread out and commotion as they head into turn number 1, and already looking for this top spot is that number 03, but man, Sawyer has had enough of that 03's blocking. He really shoved it into the corner and just about pushed him into turn number 1, and that's Sawyer St. Clair, who's been stuck in second this whole entire time. He's sick and tired of being second. And he is trying to probably boot that 03 out of the way. Trying so hard right now, but boy, he doesn't have any help. They are side by side right behind. It's not Granada, but excuse me, David Bachman, and this is Alex Hyder in the number 24. They're both gonna try to slide themselves in line. We're gonna take it 3 wide in this corner. Contact! Miles goes around! Oh, and the 78 of Tabor hard into the outside wall. Everybody takes evasive maneuvers, but unfortunately for the 78 of Henry Tabor, a victim of circumstances as somebody tried to take it 3 wide through the middle, and unfortunately it just did not work. It's like, ooh, kind of a racing incident there, honestly. Miles, looks like, though, I'm not really sure how to call that. You see the 3 of Kame was kind of washing up. He did say sorry over the radio. Boy, that's some terrible netcode there with a 78. And, unfortunately, that's a bad place, bad angle to hit the outside wall. But, kind of a racing incident there. Because you obviously see the, Miles is trying to split the middle, but Kame obviously washing up. Entered way, way too low. And... man, wow. The gap closed for Miles. Which shouldn't have closed for him. So a fair amount of drivers decide to hit pit road. Dejani decides to stay himself out. That was not a lot of laps that was ran on those tires. Alright, past the halfway point this time. So, with that being said, everybody who did hit pit road is obviously going to be able to make it on fuel. Everybody who hit pit road the last caution, I'm pretty sure they're also going to be able to make it. 4 cautions so far. It's been honestly, a caution-filled race. A third of this race has been ran under caution, hence the amount of cars who are currently could DNF'd or laps down. We got a bunch of people who are laps down. Miles just went 1 down. And we're left with only just 12 trucks. Here on this lead lap, so I'm very, very curious to see on, you know, what kind of games we're gonna see here with only this amount of drivers on the lead lap. Not a lot of people on the lead lap. Half the field decided to come on in for tires. Half the field stayed themselves out. In terms of updates, Matthew Klein is running in P9 as of right now, so congrats to him. We do like our boy Matthew Klein running well. Pace cars, huh? 03 of Granada. He's been solid from the start. We'll see if he can lead this one all the way to the checkered flag.
Green flag.
Green flag is out. The way we go. Hyder gets chopped out. But Hunter Johnson, boy, you gotta run. Hunter wants to work himself to the front. Also stayed out there with a 4 Dejani. They worked themselves into 1. Malachi Drake there in the number 90, also in that as well. And for the lead, Sawyer. Looking high, looking low. That was fair. Oh, Bachman! Right into the outside wall. Might have got turned there from the 7. I'm not really sure what happened there, but Bachman snagged the barrier into 3. Granada gets himself away momentarily. But Sawyer has been all over him. Now he looks up high. And oh, big bang right there. Both of them make contact. Sawyer gets cut out from the 03, but that 01 of Sawyer has had enough of this 03. But he is looking to maybe sail him into the corner. Now he looks to the bottom side and just about make contact there. Sawyer is all over that 03 of Granada. Boy, you talk about enough is enough. That 01 has had it. And he wants to go ahead and send him. But Granada is still playing block mode. He still thinks he's Dale Jr. But unfortunately, you could only be Dale Jr. for so much. Good clear there into the corner. Caution comes out. Oh, and Cal Gomes gets hit there by the 84 of David Bachman. We go under caution again. And it's like, oh, Klein got into the side of the 84. Oh my God, the 14 just nowhere to go. Same situation for Nashville by that number 14 of Cal. Just really nothing he could really do off of that, but Klein was looking to get around a slower David Bachman, but he just washed up right into him, and another caution. Another caution. Goodness gracious. We've had caution after caution. Sawyer has probably had enough of this rear end of this 03. Having a good run here by Hunter Johnson and Ibrahim Dajani. These two teammates, they stayed themselves out and are slowly working themselves inside of this top 5. Hunter currently sits in 4th spot. He started himself in 2nd, but sort of fell back there just to lay back for the moment. Ibrahim Dajani, he stayed himself out with that number 35 of Hunter Johnson. So these two drivers, both on Scarlet Witch Racing, they're following in each other's tire tracks in terms of strategy. We'll see if they hit pit road and take on tires. There's still 19 laps to go, but we'll just have to see on if they come in. Granada's going to take the bait to come on in, and look at that! The teammates are going to stay out. And wow, this will be the first time that Sawyer is gonna, I mean not Sawyer, but Granada is gonna have to deal with some traffic because he's gonna be behind a fair amount of drivers. So Hunter takes the lead. Dajani's gonna be in 2nd. You got Lewis Galvin also in 3rd. But in terms of for Paul Granada, yes, he's led the most laps, but now with no clean air on that 03's nose, we will have to see if that if Granada can be able to work himself through traffic, because I mean, he's led 27 laps. Right, he's been dominant, but the only reason he's been dominant is because he's been blocking. And if you do too much blocking instead of pulling away, I mean, that means you're no offense to Granada, you're kind of a slower driver here on the track, so Granada might be stuck in traffic for a while. But he did beat out some fair drivers of Sawyer, who's pretty sure, I'm thinking he's sick and tired of seeing these people. I mean, sick and tired of seeing that 03 in front of him. But you also got a 90 of Malachi Drake, who also stayed out. But with Granada not leading this thing, this is definitely going to be a very, very different race. Now have a seasoned veteran of Hunter Johnson going to be leading this one. Dajani in 2nd. How will Dajani try to attack this? One lap to go. 18, now 17. So we're going to take the green with 16 laps to go this time. And I'm very, very curious to see on how Granada, with his new tires, is going to weave himself through the field. I'm not really sure if it's going to survive with him. I mean, we only got 12 drivers here on this lead lap. Harry Grindle, who started with internet issues, is now in 15th spot. He's 11 laps down. Miles Nelson back on the racetrack after getting some repairs. He's 4 laps down. '84 of David Bachman on pit road, taking some damage repair after that big hit there by the 14 of Cal Gums. But Klein at right front, yeah, looks pretty destroyed, but we'll see if he can keep himself in this lead pack. I think the racing's gonna get more intense, honestly, because now with Granada not up front, got some new contenders. This lead, this race has been blown wide open, but you got a veteran up front. That's Hunter Johnson. You know how much iRating this dude has? Probably like 5,000 iRating, but I mean, yeah, 52,000. Probably highest iRating in the field right now, so this might be easy wraps for Hunter if he could just keep this thing up front. But you got some people with new tires right behind. We'll just have to see on how this will all go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Dajani does not get going on the restart, but he gets a line there with the 90 of Malachi Drake. He's going to go ahead and give a push into the corner, but the 35 of Hunter, he's already looking himself to pull a fair ways ahead. Granada trying to take it 3 wide on the bottom. Already making some big moves. Oh, contact. Dejani falls 2 spots to the hands of Galvin and Sawyer St. Clair. And here comes the 03. But man, he got jammed in line. And for this top spot, you see the difference there with new versus old tires. They are far wide on the front stretch. It's Dejani in the 3rd lane, Lewis in the 2nd. On the bottom is Granada and all the way top side. It's not gonna work though, as they're still 4 wide in the 1. Malachi Drake was running up against the saber barrier and he still just about ran out of room. Sawyer to the lead. Dejani trying to hang on for a top 5 spot. Now in the hands of the 90 of Malachi Drake, and here comes the 03 of Granada. Now gonna gun for 3rd. See that side, that big draft being pulled in. Hunter cleared that 03 into the corner. But boy, that 03 is gonna have a run. He's gonna have some fresh tires and some fresh rubber to make it work and stick right there through the corner. My goodness gracious, power move there by the 03 of Paul Granada. He works himself into 2nd. But it's not over yet. If that 35 could maybe hoist himself and charge up front, we'll just have to see. But for the lead, here comes Granada down to the low side. Very, very surprised and very, honestly, very, very impressed by this 03 to take it to the bottom side of the track. And he's going to be gunning for this top spot, but now the field is going to rummage it on him. Sawyer has the run. For the time being, contact! And the 4 of Dejani goes around! Oh, and keeps it. Oh, he tags the safer barrier just a slight bit. And that is as light of a Michigan wreck as you could get here. But around goes the 4, and we bring ourselves under caution again. Gonna have to see on what happened. Poor Dejani was kind of stuck in a 3 wide scenario, as looks like out of the 3 washed up right into the outside of Dejani. Really nowhere to go off of that, so now I'm pretty sure most of these drivers are gonna hit pit road. Those drivers who stayed out, so Hunter's gonna be on in. I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the 4 of Dejani back on in. Malachi you might see on pit road. For sure Dejani does have to come on in because he needs to change out his tires after spinning. And you see how, you know, goodness gracious, how long and how old those tires are for Dejani and Hunter. Both of those drivers definitely gonna hit pit road this time by. And we'll see if, wow! Very surprised to see a fair amount of drivers decide to, no! Granada's gonna stay out. But boy, it might have costed him. But look at all the drivers who are gonna hit pit road, so Granada stays himself out. I find that very, very, I mean, not really surprising, honestly. He needed that track position. Klein's gonna be in 2nd spot. You kidding me? Matthew Klein update there. But this pit road sequence, we'll just have to see on who comes out first, who does not. And in terms of that, looks like Alex Hyder is gonna easily win the race off of pit road. Hyder, I'm very, very curious about his strategy. And if he did even take tires. And some of these drivers decided to take up some optional. But boy, those drivers who stayed themselves out, they're going to be in deep, deep trouble. So Hyder decided, I don't know if he doesn't have enough tire sets, but that 24 is deciding fuel only for him. Galvin, oh, he's deep on pit road, of course. Trying to get all that right side repaired. Dejani, 20 seconds, easy in and out. See that 84 of David Bachman on in. Cole Woody has been very quiet this whole entire race somehow. But man, in terms of, you know, drivers who could win this race is blown wide open. I don't think Granada is strong enough to really lead this thing, especially with older tires. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if Granada could hold himself to that top spot. But boy, his blocking is going to be essential to keep it on the go. You see all that right side damage on Granada's machine. Granada's just wheeling that thing. He's plowing himself through the field trying to win a race. But he has some, you know, some spicy veterans right behind him. He's still got the 35 in the picture. Cole Woody, I was just mentioning about him. I mean, he's not really much of a factor as of right now, but Woody, in terms of it, curious to see on how it'll all go for him. Ryan Kame going to take an EOL. All right. Here we go. Hey, Scott. Gonna work itself on a pit road. We'll just have to see anything on how this will all go. So, first time Klein is honestly going to be in the restart box. So, let's see if Sawyer gets himself going or how this will all go in terms of Granada hitting the throttle. Up and away we go. Oh my gosh. Klein did not get going. Hyder gets a huge clear. They're already taking it 3 wide on Klein. He did not get going. And everybody washes to the inside. And for the lead, the 24 of Hyder is gunning for the top spot. First time this rookie has led an ACOG race. He worked himself on the high side through 3 and 4, and he got it over that 03. And you got some names working themselves into the picture. You see that 01 just shove it right into the corner. But, man, Granada on those old tires, it really bit him right there. But he's still fighting himself strong. 8 laps to go this time by at the Michigan International Speedway. It's Hyder, the rookie, up front. 01 of Sawyer St. Clair trying to make something off of it. We'll just have to see on how it all goes. It's Granada all the way on the bottom side of the racetrack on older tires, trying to hold everybody at bay, but he falls to 3rd. How about this by this number 24, Alex Hyder? I think this is his 8th ever ACOG start, and he's leading laps as a rookie against all these seasoned veterans. Now it's going to be the 01 of Sawyer, going to pull a slide job on this 24. Crossover gets made. Nice move by there with the 24. He gets blocked all the way to the apron. Boy, that 24. Oh, they just about washed up off the corner. I mean, that 01 tried to shut the door there on the 24. It did not work. And they had themselves in the 1. Hyder keeping it positive there with the 01. Keeps it to the quarter panel. As they're side by side right off the corner. Help to what lane? Oh, maybe it's for the 90 and 24. I'm not really sure. That 90 of Malachi Drake is going to play a huge beneficiary to that 24. You see Sawyer try to steal it into the corner. He's going to clear the 24. Can Hyder pull a crossover? Hyder cannot. Sawyer to the front for the first time tonight. Finally. And here comes Hunter Johnson and Cole Woody in the process as well. Hyder makes a move to the low side. And again, Malachi Drake, Hunter Johnson, Cole Woody, all these drivers are on fresh tires. They're just waiting in the wings and waiting for something to happen. Malachi works himself in a second. Dajani to the bottom side of Hunter. Dajani, unfortunately, does not have any help right behind for 4th. He needs Cole Woody or somebody to make it happen. But it's all the way back to the 7 of Lewis Galvin, who is, unfortunately, I don't think up to par. After all that damage he had done on pit road. 5 laps to go, this time at the Michigan International Speedway. The clouds come over the racetrack. As the action ramps up here, Malachi with a big run off of this second corner. And Malachi is gunning for his second ever win here in the Truck Series. He won at Daytona after Nathan Lyons got a penalty. And here he is in prime spot to take it away from this 0-1. But he got a hungry rookie at that 24 right behind. Granada makes a move on him though. Sawyer St. Clair, never been in victory lane in iScar, never been in victory lane in ACOG. This is his shot to have his 0-1 in victory lane. Can he hold it off for 4 laps? Oh, Dejani into the outside wall. Everybody works themselves down low, right alongside that number 4. They pass by the slower truck, and they keep themselves green for the time being. The 0-1 of Sawyer holds everybody at bay as the 0-3 of Granada is probably going to fall short of winning another ACOG race. With 3 laps to go this time by, Hunter looking to get a run on Granada. Not really working out to his favor though. If they get side by side for this lead, I think it'll blow the doors open for this 24, but Malachi, I think he wants to keep himself in line and make the move on the white. Now he has a big run on this 0-1. Is it going to be enough though? The gap is starting to blow up between the 90 and the 24. Hunter's going to have to do a lot of pushing here. But Hunter decides not to push the 24. He's going to go to the low side. Now, how will this stall out? Hunter will clear that 24 just by a bit. Now, Hunter is going to be a big factor into this. Hunter in the 3rd. Can Malachi get the penultimate push like he needs? And with that 35 right behind, that might be what Malachi wanted to see in his mirror. This time by 4 sets of corners left remaining. White flag, it's 2 miles left. And here comes Malachi. Malachi gets a bump from Hunter. Oh, he turned him. He turned him. Hunter takes the lead. Oh, no. They're side by side for the 2nd spot. And Hunter will work himself away. It's going to be 2 nights in a row. Heartbreak for the 90 of Malachi Drake to come up short. But for the 35 of Hunter Johnson, checkered flag. And he wins here at Michigan. Two nights in a row, it's been hectic. Technically 3, but I'm not counting Daytona because Daytona is just Daytona, as Harry gets a bit of a barrel roll there. Oh my goodness gracious. Hunter Johnson is victorious. And you talk about veteran move by the number 35. It just all worked to his favor. And Hunter Johnson, yet again, back in victory lane for the 2nd time for his ACOG career. Gonna burn it down here in the front straightaway, and that has to be a very big disappointment for Sawyer St. not only for Sawyer St. Clair, but also for Paul Granada. Full results going to be shown on your screen here in just a moment. Hunter Johnson wins here tonight. Got Malachi Drake in 2nd spot. Alex Hyder in 3rd. Granada in 4th, Woody in 5th. Dejani recovers to his 6th spot. Galvin, Kame, St. Clair, and Klein round out the top 10. 11th through 20th, it's going to be David Bachman, Henry Tabor, Miles Nelson, Harry Grindle, Cal Gomes. All those drivers 1 lap down, except for Bachman in 11th. 16th, Chad Stern, Adrian Beasley, Daniel Caprio, Sertaj Mont, and Jack Sprague round out the top 20. Benjamin A. White, Quinton Warman, Matthew McDonald, Thomas Lloyd, Colton Zimmer, Frank DeAngelis round out the rest of the order. The show is not over. We're going to go ahead and interview the top 5. We'll be right back right after this. More to come here at the Michigan International Speedway. And we are back here live at the MSTV post race, coming here live on Maxspeedtv. We'll go ahead and drag in our winner into the booth and see what he has to say of that number 35 of Hunter Johnson. And honestly, not the first time he's been in victory lane. He of course won the ARCA opener at Daytona, but I think Hunter Johnson just snuck himself through that one. I wouldn't say you backed yourself into that because you had to put yourself in position in order to win that race. Hunter, congratulations on your second ever ACOG win this season here in the trucks here for tonight. And it seems as though you had a couple teammates out there. Of course, you were working there with Johnny and Benjamin. Of course, Benjamin only lasted one lap, but beside the point, man, Hunter, congrats, bro.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was just trying to save my tires, like for most of the race, just expecting a long run in like the worst case scenario. So we got the caution with like 12 to go ish. I came down. I just decided that like if we got a caution after that second to last caution, then I'd come down the final time, get tires, then just save until a few laps to go. And thankfully it went green, or else it would have been kind of a crapshoot. But yeah, I was just able to get past the two guys, I think fourth and third, and then just set myself up nicely going into one on the last lap. I kind of gave Malachi a shot going into turn one. He got into whoever was leading, and thankfully nobody washed up the track. But you know, I was planning on making a move either into one or down the back stretch into three, so it worked out either way. And I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised at the speed I was able to carry tonight, because I haven't been doing much iRacing at all, so that was really fun.
Yeah, definitely. You led 4 laps out of the scheduled 50 here for tonight. I mean, not of course. Decide to lay yourself back there for that first half of the race. Of course, I mean, it worked out to your favor. A bunch of people started eliminating yourself left and right.
Yeah, I got caught behind a lot of wrecks there, and thankfully I didn't get any damage. But yeah, that could have changed the outcome of things if I was a few inches closer here or there. But yeah, I didn't want to be up in any pack, because I knew I'd be burning my tires, and I kind of realized on the first run that when I was getting stuck on the inside that it was burning my tires more. So after that, I just made sure to keep myself on the outside and let people by if they were kind of pushing, because I didn't really want to deal with it until later in the run. But yeah, just kind of was a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill thing. So
Luckily for you, both of those combined to a win here tonight at the Michigan International Speedway. Congratulations, man. Before I let you go, any sponsors want to thank you for tonight?
No, I don't got anybody except everybody race Sport Cup Series. Yeah, it's the only people I have to thank tonight.
All right, but 10-4, Hunter Johnson rounds himself out in victory lane. Go ahead and see you come next race, man.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead and drag in our second place of that number 90 of Malachi Drake. It was 2 nights in a row. Last week it was at Nashville. Had a shot for the win. This time at Michigan. Yet again, man. So close, but man, it had to end in heartbreak there. Walk me through that white flag.
Yeah, leading up to the white flag, my goal was to try to push Sawyer as far out in front of the field as I could, because I knew the only way I was going to pass him was on the inside, and I just wasn't going to get the run. But there at the end, when I saw Hunter catching us, I knew he probably had a little bit better tires, and I thought he was actually going to dive bottom, which is why I stayed behind Sawyer. And then when Hunter pushed me, it got me sideways and kind of forced me to take that inside line down the corner, and then we had a little bit of net code, which sucks for Sawyer. You know, we had about a half a foot up between us, and net code wrecked him when he had a chance to win too. But second's good. You know, last week the wreck put me into last place, but this week at least I was still able to get second. After a pretty fun race up front. I know the back of the field was a little wild, but up front it was really clean and really good racing.
Yeah, it seems as though you decided to lay yourself there toward the back. Of course, attrition definitely played a factor in. Only 11 trucks on the lead lap after starting with 25, so definitely had to avoid all the mess here and carnage here for tonight.
Yeah, you did. At the beginning, I tried to stay up front just to kind of fill it out, and it was a little too wild, so I just decided to kind of ride in the back till it came down to it, and figured that was a pretty good call considering how many cars got wrecked out in some of the big wrecks. But it was a good race overall.
All right, about 10-4. Before we let you go, we here for tonight. Any smudge we'll take here before we let you go?
Thank you for broadcasting, and thank you to Redline Racing for being on my truck, and thank you to the drivers tonight up front for racing clean and making sure that we have fun.
All right, bud. 10-4. Malachi Drake rounds himself out in second. We'll go ahead and see our next race.
All right, thank you.
Into the third spot of Alex Hyder. Oh, looks like he's not here in the waiting room. So we're going to have to go all the way back down to... Actually, nobody. That'll be it here for interviews because Hyder's not in the booth. We were just going to go ahead and interview the top 3 here for tonight. But congratulations to Hunter Johnson for winning here tonight. And until next time, thank you all for tuning in here live on Maxspeedtv. We'll go ahead and see you coming next race tomorrow at Pocono.